Hi students, in the last session we discussed about functions. Okay, so definition of function, what are the advantages of functions, and also we discussed types of functions. Okay, and now in this session I will explain about how to create user defined functions. Okay, so here to create user defined functions we should learn the elements of user defined functions. Okay, so what are the elements of user defined functions? So today's topic is elements of user defined functions. Okay, elements of user defined functions. So user defined functions have three elements. User defined functions have three elements. So what are the three elements? First one, function definition, function call, function declaration. Okay, so these three are the elements of user defined function. Okay, we'll see one by one. First element is what? Function definition. Right. So here function definition consists again some elements. Okay. So function definition consists the following elements. Okay, I am writing. First I will list out all the elements. First one, return type or function type. Return type or function type. Next, function name. Next, parameters list or list of parameters. Next, local variables declaration. Right. Next, function statements. Next, return statement. Okay, so clear? These are the 6 elements of function definition. Okay, return type or function type, function name, list of parameters, local variables declaration, function statements, and return statement. Okay, so here the first 3 elements are grouped as function header, and the remaining 3 elements are grouped as function body. Okay, the first 3 elements are grouped as function header and the remaining 3 elements are grouped as function body. Okay, right. Now I will explain each and every element in detail. Okay, so clear? User defined functions have 3 elements: function definition, function call, function declaration. Function definition consists of all these elements. In this, the first 3 elements are grouped as function header and the remaining 3 elements are grouped as function body. Now we will see the syntax for function definition. So the general form of function definition will be like this, right? So return type, function name, parameters list, opening brace, closing brace, local variables, declaration, local variable declaration, statements. Okay, statement 1, statement 2. So like that we can write n number of statements. Next, return statement, return expression. Right? So this is the general form of function definition. Okay. Right. First, return type. So what is function? Already we know. Function is a block of statements. Function is a block of statements used to perform a particular task. Okay. Right. So here, after executing the function may returns value also. Okay, after executing function may returns value. Okay, so here first return type. So what is return type? So return type specify the type of value that function returns to calling function. Okay, so to execute this function we have to call this function. Okay, so return type specify what? Return type specify the type of value that function returns to calling function. So already just before I said function may returns value. Okay, so after executing function, so function may returns value. Okay, so here return type specify the type of value that function returns to calling function. Okay, so return type nothing but like int, okay, or float, or char. Okay, return types are nothing but data types only. Okay, int or float or char. Okay, so clear? Next, so if the return type is not specified, here, so by default it is considered as int. Okay, if the return type is not specified, it is considered as int. Okay, so clear? If the return type is not specified here, it is considered as int. Okay, the default return type of function is what? Int. That means after executing that function returns integer value. Okay. Next, if the function does not return any value, okay, so that specify with the return type as void. Okay, if the function does not return any value, to calling function, then here we have to specify the return type as void. So void is also a return type. So not only int, float, char. Void is also a return type. So what is void? Void is a return type. It does not return any value. It does not returns value. It does not return value from called function to calling function. Okay. So void is a return type. It does not return value from called function to calling function. So clear? Here we have to understand only 3 points. First, return type. So return type specify the type of value. Return type specify the type of value that function returns to calling function. Okay. So suppose if we take return type as int, it returns integer value. If we take return type as float, then this function returns floating point value. Okay, like that. So clear. Next step. If the return type is not specified here, it is considered as int. The default return type of function is int. Okay, the default return type of function is what? Int. Next step. If the function does not return value, then we have to take the return type as void. So void is the return type. It does not return value from called function to calling function. Okay, so that is about return type. Okay, clear? Next, function name. So function name is a valid C identifier. Function name is a valid C identifier. Function name is a valid C identifier. Okay, so already we know identifiers. So what are identifiers here? So identifiers are the name of the variables. Identifiers are the name of the variables and name of the functions. Identifiers are the, so here identity. Okay, so function is a block of statements will have identity. Okay, the identity is what here? Name of the function. Okay, so identifiers are the name of the variables or name of the functions. Next, it should follow the rules. Function name should follow the rules of forming variables. Okay, so while giving variable names, while constructing variable names, we should follow some rules. Okay, so what are the rules we should follow? Already we know. Okay, na? So variable name is a combination of alphabets, digits and special symbols. Variable name is a combination of alphabets, digits and special characters. That is the first rule. Next, no special symbols are used except underscore. No special symbols are used except underscore. Next, keywords are not used as variable names. So there are 32 keywords available. So keywords are not used as variable names. Next, uppercase and lowercase of letters are significant. Next, variable name must not begin with a digit. Okay, it must not begin with a digit. Okay, so variable name must begin with either alphabet or underscore. Okay, so these are the rules we should follow while constructing variable name, while giving variable name. Okay, so what are the rules we should follow while giving variable name, while giving variable names? Okay, while constructing variable names, the same rules we should follow while constructing function name also. Okay, so clear? What is function name here? Function name is any valid C identifier. So what is an identifier? Identifiers are the name of the variables and name of the functions. So it should follow the rules of function name, should follow the rules of forming variables. Okay, right. Next, so return type, function name. Next element is what? Parameter list. Okay, so parameter list is used to declare. Parameter list is used to declare the number of and types of variables. Okay, parameter list is used to declare the number of and types of variables. Okay, parameter list is used to declare what? Number of and types of variables. Okay, Here we can declare the variables, and these variables are used. These variables are used to receive the data from calling function. Okay, these variables are used to receive the data from calling function. Okay, right. First we have to understand how to call function, how to write function call statement. Okay, now, so function is a block of statements that gets executed on calling. Okay, so whenever we are calling the function, then only the statements in that function get executed. Right, now you see the syntax for function call. Function call. So how to call a function. Okay, so a function can be called by using function name. A function can be called by using function name followed by list of parameters. Okay, followed by list of parameters enclosed within the parenthesis, end with a semicolon. Okay, so function can be called by using function name followed by list of parameters enclosed within the parenthesis, and function call statement should be end with a semicolon. Okay, na? Right. So here parameter list is used to declare number of and types of variables. These variables are used to receive the data from calling function. Okay, so this is calling function. And here this entire function is called a called function. Okay, na? So called function, calling function. So here these variables are used to receive the data from calling function. Okay, so while calling function we can pass some values also. Okay, so whenever we are calling the function, we can pass some values as arguments. So those values will be received by variables. So clear? So return type, function name, parameter list. So I will give one example, okay, so that you can easily understand. So parameter list is used to declare number and type of variables, and these variables are used to receive the data from calling function. Okay, right. Next, so function header completed. Okay, so this first line is known as function header. We discussed it. Now we'll see function body. Okay, so in function body, what is the first element? Local variables declaration. So local variables. So already we discussed about types of variables. Okay, in the starting class. Okay, right, local variables. So local variables are the variables which are declared within the function. Local variables are the variables which are declared within the function or inside the function. Okay, so there are two types of variables: local variables, global variables. So the variables which are declared within the function or inside the function are said to be local variables. The variables which are declared outside the function are called as global variables. Okay, right. So here local variables declaration contains local variables. So these variables can be used within the function definition only. Okay, so local variables can be accessed, can be used only within the function where we declared. Okay, clear? Local variables, the variables which are declared within the function are called local variables, and the scope of local variable is limited to the function only where we declared. So we can't access local variables outside that function. We can use local variables only within the function. Okay. Next, statement 1, statement 2, statement n. All these statements are function statements. Okay, where we can write the function logic. Okay, we can write logic. Okay, logic of the function. Okay, right. Next, last element is what? Return statement. So here return statement is used to returns. Okay, it returns a value from called function to calling function. Okay, so clear. So this is about function definition. Return type, function name, parameter list. First 3 elements are grouped as function header, and remaining 3 elements are grouped as function body. Okay, so return statement returns a value from called function to calling function. Okay, right. Next, function definition completed, function call. Next element is what? Last element, function declaration. Okay, so here we should remember one pointer. Function must be declared. Okay, in C language, function must be declared before that is used in a program. Same as variables. So variables must be declared before they are used in a program. Otherwise, compiler will give error. Okay. So same as function must be declared before that is used in a program. Okay. How to declare function? Okay. Function declaration. Function declaration. Right. So every function must be declared before that is used in a program. So here the syntax of function declaration. The syntax for declaring function. Okay. Return type, function name, return type, function name, followed by parameter list. Okay, so this is the syntax of function declaration. Return type, function name, parameter list, and function declaration statement should be ended with a semicolon.